spurt blow into me. I moaned. I could feel it splashing around, filling my insides with slimy cum.
Oh.
Squeezed. I stood up, felt his cock press into my prostate, and collapsed. I pushed it into my belly and could feel his cum swimming around in me. Heat radiated from everything inside, and I could feel his cock almost acting like a cork, keeping all that steam hot jizz in my tongue. The fullness of being stuffed and being used like a tissue. I didn't mind. I then caught my breath, felt him start to shrink. I didn't want him to leave, but I knew there'd be plenty of other boys in time to come. Gosh. I reached back and dipped my fingers in his jizz, then out of my stretched open pussy. Brought them to my mouth. Did it again. My fingers still came out. Dripped out onto my balls and splattered up the floor. Clean, decided to get my toes. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh.
Russ, you done? Yeah, give me a minute. Whatever. Clear out. I got the heart guard open. This happened. Wasn't even whispering anymore. I wish it was.
See a disc inside, don't you?
Because what they said
Yes,
made
I
my
do.
skip a beat or two. I instinctively backed up against the stall and
Don't touch it.
inside.
Oh, I must
We're
touch it
shaking.
though.
Went over and screamed to get my clothes on. Toy in my bag and zipped and tried to clean up before they opened the flimsy bathroom door. Shit, check it out. This fucking seesaw that's been in the cocksuit the last 2 months.
Totally.
Still tight, it's still bent up. Fuck, I'm getting excited to send this shit, man. I turned red and all the heat inside me rushed to my face. I didn't move. They walked towards me. I let them. Daniel stuffed his thumb into me. Let him. I squealed. He let me. He started massaging inside me, and I could feel myself getting hard again. He was hot. At first, I got giddy again. He pressed against me and rubbed my balls and he stuffed it into the knuckle, got his fingers all slick from the juices spread in me. I gasped as he tugged me every which way and fingered me, and I got so hard again.
And I have it all saved on my iPod, too.
Are you recording me?
No.
Alright.
Pictures.
I don't mind. I wanted his cock. For those that don't know, having a long, hard, thick, hot piece of meat spread open your insides is indescribable. I'm not gonna lie. There's something
So
addicting about
indescribable.
letting a guy use your ass like a sex toy. You just
Oh.
want to make him feel it. At that point, all I cared about was letting him take whatever he wanted, take his entire cock, letting myself be that warm place he wanted to unload it. I was so eager, he'd only let me know later that I started wagging. He teased my loose opening and smeared my cheeks, and the scent of his cock filled the air, my nostrils. The must was so thick, I could almost taste it. The back, Russell was taking pictures or whatever, but I didn't care. They could black me into being their bitch, and even if they didn't, I'd let them use me anytime. All at once, he pushed his entire jacket, filled me up ecstatic. Filling me with slimy brie and splashes of hot cum. He grabbed my hips. I squeezed my ass as tight as I could around his huge cock. I thrust back and literally tried to milk him, as he was buried deep inside me.
Lucky bitch.
Oh, why can't we be as lucky as you, Jalen?
The pullout was excruciating. I love the feeling of dismissal as a guy pulls out of your cum-filled fuckhole. But the emptiness is what always gets to me, and by then I got used to the idea of getting pounded by more than just a cock through a bathroom stall. He smeared his cum
Downloading your cock.
up and down my ass,
Receiving
and my
sperm.
tongue low out. I luxuriated
Sperm was successfully downloaded.
and feeling him rub that meat across my rear. We just stayed like that for what seemed like 10 minutes.
Oh, the hell.
Russell, are you done yet? I'm tired of keeping this queer from collapsing or whatever. I'm getting soft. You can use my phone too.
Hard.
Yeah, calm down.
I want to be
I
hard
did our time
forever.
already. And then it's basketball track. And I'll have him sent to sleep. I got Eric coming first, and he'll make a big shit about everything, so it's gonna be 2 more minutes tops. Free to cut out here. I can hear our boys outside. Hey, faggot. We got shit planned for you today.
Yes!
You know all those things you thought were secrets?
Just.
I'm a fox and I'm living up to my
Here now.
reputation.
Oh, and we're just the first course on the menu.
There's
I get it
more.
now. Don't be shy. This is what you queers like, isn't it?
Yes.
Outside,
Yes, I like that in rainbows.
Getting red-faced queer? Don't be embarrassed. Varsity will keep your secret. They know about basketball, though.
Oh yes, that
Football
basketball
fighters
so
whine so loud,
round.
everybody in athletic knows it's you. By the way, homo, we got an audience today. Look right.
My fox dreams have been fulfilled. I am a porn star.
You know how your mind blocks out things you don't want to remember? Well, that last part where I turned around to see the football team in the buff was kind of like that. It all came back to me after my coming in school to show his teammates I was ready. I felt a warm stream come run out my loose ass, trickling onto my thighs. The haze in my mind cleared up. All I did.
Is it normal that I'm salivating?
You're breaking up because it's static.
I won, thrust by thrust. Toss it their seat to me, and I wanted to every single one use me. Throb.
Throb, come, yep.
His name was Tyler, or Terry, or something. It didn't matter. What did matter was the blazing hot piece of red meat throbbing against my leg. I felt squirts of free splash against my taint as he pressed his musky chest into my back, sandwiching me into Russell. He lowered himself and pushed straight into my balls, massaging them and making them slick with his pre. The chef tickled my entrance as he rubbed his big red cock into my soul.
Penis, cock, dick.
He firmly
Please use a
clasped
variety.
and repositioned himself.
Oh my god, guys, I'm masturbating. Is that wrong?
Forward, sandwiched me, and I could feel him slip up to my ass. I whined as I felt the heat rolling cock, and I wiggled back to his thick hands. He grabbed my hips and started to grind into me. I could feel his knot pressing on my opening, loosening me up a little each time. It was so big I saw the stars when he slammed his hips into mine, trying to force my ass open around his cock. The slimy priest slid down my legs, my ass. He filled me up, and the balls kept it from seeping out. And he pushed in deeper and deeper with each plunge. I loved his intensity. I loved how he felt inside me, and by God, I wanted to take that knot. I felt his legs thrust up against
I do too. I want to be horny forever.
Pop, man. Close tight around the base, and I squeezed around him as hard as I could. He started coming, and I could feel every inch of his cock pulsing as he spewed hot cum into me, and it felt like every inch was getting thicker and exploding across.
Oh.
I finally felt how big he was.
He was really big.
So I got
Fucking horse.
they're all black and white, and they don't really look like anything anymore. He dug into my thighs and decorated my inside with ropes of his sticky cum. I shuddered as he fired his last two shots into my worn-out boy cunt. He tugged, but he was
I don't have much of a dick because I
all the
had like
cum
8
fully
seconds.
inside me tried
I had
to
like
seep out
18,000 people fuck me all at
like a
once.
cork. I already came again from
It's like a
being
fucking
filled with
tablet
all of that
comes
hot seed from that delicious red cock. But I knew the guys behind me weren't even close to finished yet. Reluctantly, I relaxed a slight pressure as he stretched my opening open one more time. Oh God, yeah. I felt cum gush out as his big dog cock popped out of my ass, rolled down my cheeks, soft. I was so empty then, but that wasn't the end by a long shot. His public service is done. Pussy's all lubed up. It's hot. I had no idea what the meant. Eager to find out. They propped me on my back, and Russ held my shoulders to make sure I didn't escape or struggle. To make sure I stayed the good bitch I was going to be. James stepped up to play first,
Oh,
spreading
yes.
my
Such a
legs nice and
bitch.
wide. He was already fully
I
hard.
might as well sign up for
Free under
prostitution.
my thighs, he positioned himself to enjoy my sloppy young ass.
You the pictures, Dad?
Squish. The
Oh,
cum inside me squirted out as I felt the pressure of his cock touch my opening. He spread my legs even wider and started slowly pressing into me. Got
oh,
his
so
entire
big.
cock in no time. He grabbed my hips and made long, deep thrusts. It wasn't even 5 minutes, and he blew his load into me. I didn't mind. I loved it. It made me hot to let these guys use my flexible young body as a cum dump. And that's what I intended to do for hours.
Page 16.
What? Jason. I was talking to you.
Yeah.
I got the disc out.
Oh, damn, did you break it?
No.
He just masturbated.
Are you on a computer?
No.
Oh, I thought. Ah, crap. Then I can't send you a picture of what it looks like.
I already know what it looks like. I took apart my own blood.
No. What I did to it.
Oh, shit.
Considering it's now.
You may continue.
Ladies and Julian, I need to position myself between Tiffany's legs.
Oh, yes.
Fuck yeah. God damn, I'm coming again.
Please tell me more. I'm interested in your sex.
Can I speak?
Laughing to this.
No.
Speak.
Julian
There is a
Reed.
color comic. Let me fucking speak. No. Fuck you.
Oh, and
There is a color comic of
Oh.
the second version of this.
oh,
And it's going to be 40 pages long.
Oh, perfect.
So
maybe it'll be less dense though.
No, it's not consensual.
Well, your friend's
That
gonna
is
miss
this.
out on all the fucking. Oh well, continue.
Okay, continue.
I moaned and grunted as his hips drove into me. That must have set off the rest of the team, because they really got into it then. The
I
ones
bet they
stroking themselves lifted their chops and fidgeted as they waited for whoever was in me to jizz and step off. As soon as one cock pulled out of me, another one stuffed itself in. I was screwed in every position you can think of. Sometimes taking two cocks at once. Some guys got rough and made fast, hard
Fuck yeah.
Others made long, full ones. Some just popped the head off the top, in and out until they came. Others would hump me and then come into my throat. Eventually, I lost track of time. They came both inside me and all over me, and one guy flipped me and made me suck his dick so I could take it into my neck. I couldn't believe some of these guys were virgins. They screwed like wild beasts and left sticky mess wherever they wanted to come. The floor was coated with drips of jizz. But
Oh shit, yeah.
this fucking me.
Oh,
There
you're
was
really
barely
making it
any
hard
time
now.
for the cum shots in me to escape. I was
Oh.
getting filled up from both holes, and the buzz of the
I
fluorescent
can't
lights
take it
became
anymore. I'm gonna use like
out
whatever the fucking
like
tube thing
grunts
is in
and
here.
moans,
The masturbator.
skin on skin, and the smell of sweat, fresh semen.
Fuck yeah.
I was getting tired, but was just hooked on the taste and smell of semen. I don't think I'd ever got that much all at once in my life, and it was better than I could have imagined, especially when I got filled from both sides.
Oh.
Other cocks pushing into me, just sunk the previous cum shots even deeper into my belly, and I could feel it slosh around inside me. It got stronger and stronger after each guy, and pretty soon I couldn't hold it in any longer. I just got on my belly by then, tired of pulling myself up. I had lost track of who took their shots at me long ago, although I recognized faces from the football, baseball, and basketball teams. The room was still bustling with activity, which died down after a while. I had probably been there 5 or 6 hours by now. Just when it died down,
5-6 hours of fucking yes. Oh. Oh, Jafer.
signaled that the guy stroking himself to come over. I'd gotten spit roasted already, which is what I thought was coming. But then they pressed the heads of their cocks together at my loose tummy hole at the same time and started pressing into me. I didn't think I could get to open any more than I was, but it was happening. They grinded against me until the heads popped in, kept pressing into me, trying to stuff me full. I was getting sandwiched again, so all I could do was relax and try to accept their cocks. Not that I minded. They finally got in and gripped me so tightly that it was hard to breathe. After a while, they began to steady their tempo and rocked back and forth into me. Don't get me wrong, it hurt at first, but after the initial penetration, cock slid smoothly in and out of me and rubbed against one another and my insides. They both grunted and pressed as hard as they could at the same time. I thought, once again, that might have been the end of it. I was so loose by then. I thought everybody had gotten their fill 2 or 3 times over. But once again, I was proven wrong.
You're a bitch forever.
Someone who was way more, well, I'd seen him showering in the locker room several times before. He was easily the biggest of anybody in the school. And I wasn't the only one that knew. As soon as word got out that he stepped in, Kevin, who was I cleaning up using my mouth, popped his dick out. Fucking A, Russell. Entire team is gone. He texted me 5 hours late. Marcus was head of the game.
Oh, I need a plunger.
Inside squirm, imagining what he had planned for mine. In comparison, tiny little body. Shut up, Marcus. If you got here before everybody else, we'd get off harder fucking our hands. Besides, think of it as us for you. Are you Marcus? He popped off his shorts.
Oh, I think
Didn't
we
do
all
much to
are.
hide him, by the way, and slipped out the biggest, hottest cock I had ever seen. He must have been over 1.5 feet long. Everybody else acted as if they wanted to witness what he was going to do to me, in disbelief. I sat there fixated on that meat cylinder and took it. All the fatigue evaporated. Smelled like sweat and musk and filled the room and made me itch once again. Without missing a beat, I began to lick and suck everything. Like every inch of the great coarse cock in front of me, I ran my tongue up and down the shaft and left it free that was literally dumping out of it. I felt heat from his veins and throbbing as I paid worship to the already slightly flared head. He pressed softly against me and rubbed at my opening with his thick free and ran it up and down the small of my back. I pushed back against him as he grabbed a hold of my sore rump, and he increased the pace. His huge arms took a hold of my shoulders and pulled me into his chest, pulling his cock between my legs. I could finally see how big he was, and blushed as he held me firmly. I squeezed my legs as he started to pump his shaft into my thighs, rubbing against every part of me with every thrust.
Squish.
Oh, I think you're gonna blow me up from the
I
inside
wanted him
out.
inside me.
I find that so
If
hot.
anything, I had to take him. The guys that I took care of probably want the same thing too. I bent over, relaxing myself as much as possible. His warm cum slipped out of my sopping wet ass. And eagerly to feel that huge 4-inch thick head put pressure into my loose opening. Is that diameter?
Spell fail.
I felt a stabbing pressure and a shock of pain as his gigantic cock head popped my asshole wide open, with my butt up against my butt and my chest on the floor. All the sperm inside me started leaking and pooling deeper. I felt him push in slowly as my ass stretched tightly around this great shaft. 6 inches, 8 inches, then 10, 12. He pushed straight into my cooler. my belly with his viscous, gooey, free mixed fluids inside me made my belly swell. I could feel every throb of his cut from the shaft right down to the bloated head. It was amazing how full my stomach felt. Like my asshole was made for. I felt his heavy, plum-sized balls bump against me, and I knew he was almost all the way in. He started buckling his hips slowly, rocking my tiny body back and forth. He grabbed me at the shoulders, by the shoulders. His cock kept dumping out free, and the flared shape acted like a cork, keeping the sticky mess trapped inside me. There was so much, it felt like he was coming constantly, and the pressure inside my stomach was overwhelming. He made long, powerful thrusts, driving the entire length in and out with every movement. My legs started to buckle as his balls slapped against my ass. My insides parted to make room for this giant horse dick, and I started to get dizzy as he bottomed out inside me, pushing my body with his great shaft.
Oh, I want a horse dick now.
God, yeah.
Really doing then. All the cum slushing around inside me had nowhere left to go and started leaking out as he drove into me. My colon was already stuffed full of sperm, and he grabbed my hips and began buckling harder and harder into me. I put then I knew he was ready. He moved his hands up and grabbed me roughly by the chest and lifted me. It'd be hot to me from those massive arms pressed against his chest, pulled out until just the very tip of his cock was inside me. I took a deep breath and relaxed and got ready to get stuffed. He shoved his entire length in with one thrust, filling me up instantly. He started dumping cum into my bowels. It backed up, my plumbing, and gurgled deep into my intestines. This powerful stream after stream squirted into me. It spurted out of my ass before he even finished coming. But it didn't stop. It felt like a hose had been stuffed into me and turned on max. How backed up into my stomach, and my tummy started to swell like a balloon. I was different from something getting jizzed in. This was like horse cum enema. I was so full, I couldn't move. And still he came. I laid back, lubricated in each pulse.
What page are you on?
23.
Okay.
I laid back, luxuriated in each pulse of hot sperm into my deepest cavities. The pulses became less and less frequent, and after a few minutes finally stopped, till each inch of him softening as he got ready to pull out. His flare rubbed every inch of my bowels as he dragged it through my intestines. My bowl was fucked so loose that cum flooded out like it came from a faucet and pooled as soon as he removed his meat from my ass with the top. Apparently, all the guys who had run at me were hard, stroking themselves again. Sensed by the horse's fucking of my ass, my heart was still pounding. I was still ready for more, but I was full, I thought, was going to burst. I sat back against the stall, and it felt like a tidal wave of cum slushed around, and I couldn't hold it in any longer. The thick streams began to pool on the tiled floor, and I squeezed with whatever energy I had left, and cupped my hand. I relaxed, let the slimy cum pool to my open hand, then brought it into my mouth, tilted my head back, and poured it sweet syrup into my cheeks as I tasted the mixed fluids of the dozens of guys who shot their loads inside me. It was thick and creamy, and once I did it again.
You're such a whore, Jolene.
Did it again? Well, I am?
Yes.
But
It's not his fucking fault he likes to read this shit.
No, he was fucking all those men, remember?
it was actually from him. I thought it was from you. Also,
It is for me. I just wanted him to read it.
but I also did the voices of the other guys. So, I don't know, he just has the most dialogue. And again, I drank big, full waves, letting the smooth mixture wash through my mouth. My ass was so warm that it gurgled into my open palm when I squeezed. That it would end in the same place anyway. I just wanted to taste all of the seed that was flowing through my nose. I drank, and I could taste the smell of fresh cum when I licked my lips. Hot, creamy, thick, gooey, sticky. I was addicted and I loved it. I sucked up the big puddles on the floor and drank from my ass until it was empty and my stomach was full. The guys riveted by the spectacle rubbed their cum-slick cocks against me, and I knew that I had to get more cum if I could. I licked my fingers clean as they smeared fresh free into my cheeks, and we taunted each other, both knowing what would happen in the end. In the end, I get it. One by one, they used my mouth to clean their cocks. One stuffed his entire length in his thrust. I felt my mouth widen as he stuffed my cheeks with knot. I got one last hot, fresh load from each man. My jaw was getting sore as my snout slapped into flesh from getting face fucked. As they finished firing their last shots into my mouth, guys started getting clothes and leaving. We, or I at least, had been in the bathroom for almost 7 hours.
Fucking guys.
Dirty whore.
Oh my. You know what, he would be great for a bitch. You know, you should get paid for doing this, Jillian.
You can pay me if you want to.
Yeah, let's
No,
all
you
go
need to
in.
make
I
me
got
come
this.
first. You
The
need to
last
make me
time-
come. You get...
Well, I don't know.
You're fucking good at this.
Really?
You need to start recording
Uh,
and start selling it as audiobooks.
The last tired guy popped his load, pulled his cock from my mouth, began to dress with the rest of the team as they started filing out of the restroom. I'm hearing an echo. Hear that?
Yeah.
Whose echo is that?
It's not mine.
Cut it out! I think it stopped. They were rough. But everything went back to normal once the clothes got on and they started heading home. I was left there in a puddle connected into like used tissue. Well, not that I minded it. I hadn't got any time to rest at all in the 7 hours I was there. And it was already evening. I slept against one of the walls to catch my breath, eventually flattening out on my belly. I could feel all the seed I drank gather in my stomach as I lay down. And some of the cum that had hit my deepest areas seeped out, pooling at my sides. I took my time dressing myself. I was sore all over and probably would be for a week. At that point, I just wanted to flop onto my bed and sleep. But I lived a good 2 miles away. As I walked, warm semen trickled out of my loosened opening and made my legs slick. My cheeks rubbed smoothly together as I walked home, and I giggled to myself.
I giggled too.
I did have to take a week off, but a curious thing happened when I came back. I was almost expecting everyone to have spread what happened throughout the school, but stayed within the athletic department. And, well, everybody was a lot kinder. Just felt like I had bodyguards
too.
escorting me around the campus. There was no doubt in my mind as to what they wanted. Still, it was a step up from being unseen. What they did do is spread my number around teams, and pretty soon I got way more calls to hang out than I could handle. I'd be at a different guy's house every day after school.
What a bitch.
Somehow. As it turns out, a lot of them were much more romantic than they had been during the big bathroom escapade. I had some moments with a few of the football team more than anyone that I guess were putting up a tough front in the beginning. Still, I gave them what they wanted, happily, I might add. I started getting better treatment on the campus. A few weeks later, I got a call before the school's big game. Russ told me the team needed some motivation and asked me to give them a pep talk.
Oh,
This
yeah.
became a regular thing for us. We have these pep talks before and after the game. We're currently undefeated in state, by the way. And sometimes I'd go home with one of the guys afterwards.
You bitch.
It got to the point where I would just be walking to class and a guy would pull me in by the shoulder and we'd go somewhere private to fuck. I didn't mind. But a lot of them, when it was one-on-one, asked if I was okay with it. But I never refused. As the football season passed, I'd sometimes hang around for the end of practice instead of just on days where there were big games. On our very last game, our team actually shared me with the rivaling team. I was in the locker room almost all night. In the end of it all, I got off knowing I had made all those guys feel good, and that want pounded in my stomach like fire, knowing they wanted to use me and letting them almost any time, and sometimes up to 3 or 4 times a day, was part of the thrill itself. It went on for the rest of the year, even after football ended. But eventually, there was graduation. Things changed up. Still, we hang around. Well, I get around. There's a private gym 10 minutes away with more than just football jocks. And that's another story. End.
Oh, but that's about
You're such a bitch, man. You just fucking men left and right, aren't ya?
Laughing petition.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get something to drink?
Yes, you can go.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
Let's take a break from this story.
Gotta get, gotta get, gotta get, gotta get, boom, 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 that boom, 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 gotta get, boom, 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 that boom, 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 gotta get, boom, 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 that boom, 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 gotta get, boom, boom, boom. He took 2 times on dick, came back with a keyboard later. He's got to play, and it's so nice to go on his paper. A little tape mash in the ground, I push that one under the paper. I take that cash in the out, yeah, I know what the stakes are. I shot up to the max, what time they switch sugar and glass. I sold it the party for over, then I bought it for 4, now you do the math.
Crystal Dynamics 32-bit lineup. With all the nose bleeding, brain bruising, and eye-grabbing power that you'd expect from the leader. Third generation 32-bit software. In your face.
Are there any other games we could play?
I think he's dead.
Hey, pal, walk it off.
Hey, cool. I wonder what's on HBO.